Isaac was a mid-level software engineer, and he was pretty good at his job. For 4 years, he had climbed the ladder, learning the systems, contributing to his team. Then, something changed. His company, eager to embrace the future, decided to stop hiring junior engineers. Instead, they onboarded a suite of sophisticated AI tools. The thinking was simple. Let the AI handle the basic, repetitive tasks that a junior would normally do. This would make everyone more efficient. It seemed like a win-win, a classic case of working smarter, not harder. But the reality for Isaac was quite different from the boardroom pitch. Over the next few months, Isaac's workload began to shift in ways he did not expect. He found himself spending less time on complex design and creative problem-solving, the very things he enjoyed and was paid to do. Instead, a large chunk of his day was consumed by what he privately called AI babysitting. He had to meticulously review the code generated by the AI, which was often subtly flawed. He had to correct logical errors, fix formatting inconsistencies. He was doing more work, not less, and it was the kind of tedious work a junior would have learned from. Isaac felt tired, stressed, and stuck in a loop of endless verification. Isaac's experience is not unique. It is becoming a widespread story in the modern workplace. Today is February 19, 2026, and the trend is clear. Since the big AI boom began in 2023, the landscape for entry-level jobs has drastically changed. In the United States alone, job postings for these roles have plummeted by an estimated 35%. Globally, the picture is just as stark. Roughly 4 out of every 10 employers admitting they have reduced hiring for junior positions specifically because of artificial intelligence. Leaders see AI as a silver bullet for cutting costs and boosting productivity, a shortcut to a leaner, more efficient operation. This strategy, however, is built on a dangerous assumption. It views entry-level work as merely a cost center, a set of simple tasks that can be easily automated away without consequence. But this perspective misses the true function of these roles. They are not just about completing routine work. They are the primary training ground for the next generation of experts. They are where people learn the culture of a company, build professional relationships, and develop the critical judgment that no algorithm can replicate. By eliminating these positions, companies are unknowingly trading long-term capability for a short-term and often illusory financial gain. The rush to replace junior staff with AI is rooted in a fundamental misunderstanding of what these tools can and cannot do. Yes, artificial intelligence is remarkably powerful at specific, well-defined tasks. It can generate a first draft of an email. It can write simple, functional code snippets. It can summarize a lengthy document in seconds. These capabilities are genuinely useful and can be a fantastic aid. However, the promise of AI as a fully autonomous worker that can seamlessly replace a human is, for now, a fantasy. The technology has significant and well-documented limitations that create new burdens for the remaining human workforce. One of the biggest issues is that AI lacks true comprehension and real-world context. It cannot understand the subtle nuances of a client relationship. It cannot grasp the unwritten history of a long-running project. It cannot make difficult judgment calls that require weighing competing priorities or ethical considerations. More troublingly, AI models are notorious for hallucinating, presenting factually incorrect information with an air of absolute confidence. This means that every piece of AI-generated work requires careful human verification. A market analysis report, a piece of customer-facing communication. That verification is not a quick glance. It is a new, time-consuming task that falls on the shoulders of more experienced employees. This creates a paradox of efficiency, the tool that was supposed to save time ends up creating a different kind of work. The work of supervision, correction, validation. Instead of designing a new system, a senior engineer like Isaac now spends hours debugging AI-generated code. Instead of building a client strategy, a senior consultant now fact-checks an AI-written report to ensure it doesn't contain embarrassing errors. The work doesn't disappear. It simply moves up the organizational chart, landing on the plate of more expensive employees who should be focused on higher-value activities. The promise of a hands-off, automated assistant quickly dissolves into the reality of a high-maintenance, error-prone apprentice. This reality is why AI, in its current form, is best understood as a tool for augmentation, not replacement. It can amplify human capabilities, but cannot substitute for human judgment, creativity, or accountability. A junior employee learns from their mistakes with guidance and eventually grows into a reliable contributor. An AI, on the other hand, does not learn in the same way. It can be updated and retrained, but it does not develop institutional knowledge or personal accountability. When an AI makes a mistake, the responsibility still falls on a person. Ignoring this crucial distinction is the first step toward creating an organization that is brittle, error-prone, and hollowed out from the inside. When companies hastily cut entry-level roles, they trigger a cascade of negative consequences that harm both the organization and its people. The first major harm is the immense pressure it places on senior staff. Without juniors to handle foundational tasks and learn the ropes, senior and mid-level employees are forced to stretch themselves thin. Their days become a frustrating mix of high-level strategic work and low-level administrative cleanup. This isn't just inefficient, it's a direct path to burnout. Talented, experienced professionals become bogged down in the weeds, unable to focus on the innovation and leadership they were hired for. As burnout deepens, the risk of turnover skyrockets, and when a senior employee leaves, they take years of invaluable knowledge and experience with them. The second, and perhaps most critical harm, is the destruction of the talent pipeline. Diagram. Healthy talent pipeline on the left, and a broken pipeline on the right with a gap at the bottom labeled "No entry-level hires." Entry-level jobs are the engine of professional development. They are where individuals transition from academic knowledge to practical application, learning through trial, learning through error, learning through mentorship. This on-the-job training is how a company cultivates its future leaders, project managers, and senior experts. By removing these foundational rungs on the corporate ladder, an organization effectively saws off the branch it is sitting on. In a few years, when it's time to fill mid-level and senior positions, managers will find a shocking lack of qualified internal candidates. The pipeline will have run dry, forcing the company into a costly and competitive external market to find the talent it failed to grow itself. The third harm is a significant decline in work quality and an increased risk to the company's reputation. AI-generated errors, if not caught by overworked senior staff, can easily make their way into final products, client reports, or public communications. Some firms have already experienced this firsthand, sending out AI-generated marketing copy that was nonsensical or financial reports with fabricated data. These mistakes erode client trust, which is incredibly difficult to win back. This reliance on unchecked automation also creates single points of failure. If only a handful of senior employees know how to properly manage and verify the AI systems, the organization becomes fragile and highly dependent on those few individuals. These harms are not theoretical. We see companies grappling with these issues today. Atlassian, a software giant, has publicly committed to continuing its graduate hiring programs, recognizing that they are essential for long-term innovation. Meanwhile, consulting firms like Deloitte and Accenture are actively investing in mentorship pods and structured training to ensure knowledge is transferred, even as they integrate AI tools. They understand that while AI can perform tasks, it cannot build capacity. By cutting juniors, a company is not just trimming fat, it is cutting into the muscle and bone of its future self, leading to a weaker, more vulnerable organization over time. The challenges posed by AI are significant, but they are not insurmountable. The solution is not to reject AI, but to integrate it thoughtfully in a way that supports human workers instead of displacing their learning opportunities. Companies can choose a better path, one that balances efficiency with long-term sustainability. This requires a deliberate and strategic approach, not a reactive, cost-cutting one. Here are 4 clear, actionable solutions. First, redesign entry-level roles for human-AI collaboration. Don't eliminate junior positions, redefine them. Let AI handle repetitive mechanical parts of tasks, generating boilerplate code, summarizing meeting notes. Assign juniors the human-centric parts of the job. Validate AI output for context and tone. Join client meetings to build relationships. Learn sophisticated prompt engineering. Turn roles into training grounds. Teach AI literacy. Teach critical thinking. Teach human oversight. Unilever, for example, is redefining junior marketing roles, focusing on AI-driven data analysis, while the human tells the brand story. Second, invest in mentorship and knowledge transfer. When junior roles are threatened, mentorship becomes an afterthought, yet it's most crucial then. Formalize mentorship as a core senior responsibility, allocate dedicated time, and recognize it in reviews. Accenture has found success with mentorship pods. A senior coaches a small group of juniors, creating a collaborative learning environment. Preserve institutional knowledge, professional ethics, nuanced judgment are passed down. Keep senior staff engaged, reinforce a culture of learning. Third, build strong AI governance and quality control. Every organization needs clear rules of the road. Define who is accountable for AI output. Create multi-stage human review for critical AI work. JP Chase, for instance, has rigorous human review stages for AI-generated financial models and reports. Track AI errors and near misses, train staff to spot potential failures. Always keep a human in the loop for final approval. Finally, leadership must reframe entry-level hiring not as an expense to be cut, but as a strategic, long-term investment in the company's future capacity. A business that stops hiring young talent is like a farmer eating their seed corn. It provides a temporary benefit at the cost of future harvests. Executives need to calculate the hidden costs of not hiring juniors. Increased burnout and turnover of senior staff. Future expense of hiring expensive external experts, risk of institutional knowledge decay. Microsoft has modeled this by continuing its robust entry-level hiring programs while creating accelerated promotion paths for high performers, ensuring talent is brought in and actively cultivated with strong mentorship. The path forward presents a clear choice for every business leader. They can continue down the current path, chasing short-term efficiency gains by replacing junior workers with AI. This is the path of amputation. It leads to a future with a hollowed-out talent base, overworked senior employees, and increasing risk of costly, reputation-damaging errors. It creates a fragile organization, overly dependent on a few key people, and vulnerable to the inherent limitations of its automated systems. In this future, companies will lose their ability to innovate, lose their ability to adapt, lose their ability to grow from within, becoming perpetually reliant on an expensive and competitive external hiring market. Or they can choose a wiser, more sustainable path, the path of augmentation. This involves using AI as a powerful tool to assist and empower people, not to replace their opportunity to learn. It means protecting and redesigning entry-level roles to become the training grounds for the next generation of digitally savvy, critically thinking professionals. It requires a commitment to mentorship, governance that puts human judgment at the center, a long-term view of talent as the ultimate competitive advantage. This approach builds a resilient organization, dynamic organization, capable organization that is ready for whatever the future holds. The time to act is now. The decisions made in boardrooms today will determine the strength and capacity of these companies for decades to come. The choice is simple but profound. Will we use this incredible technology to create a more efficient but brittle workforce? Or will we use it to augment our human potential and build stronger, more sustainable organizations? The companies that thrive will be those that choose to invest in their people, using AI to help them learn faster work, smarter, achieve more. They will be the ones who understand that their greatest asset is not their algorithm, but the human judgment that guides it.